The school rule that backfired. Zero tolerance fighting. Meaning if you were attacked, you also got suspended. So a kid got attacked one day and did nothing. He knew the rules and knew what to do. He sat there and got his ass beat. He and his parents sued the school for failing to prevent the attack, and removing the ability for the student to defend themselves at risk of being suspended and disciplinary action taken. Parents and student 1 dragged the principal and admin over the coals in court. The policy was quietly removed, and fights are now investigated, and it's no longer zero tolerance if you defend yourself from an attack that you could not have prevented. My middle school banned selling candy, which created a black market for it. Boss said if we were 5 minutes late to not show up to work that day. I woke up and checked the public transportation schedule and it was late. I would never make it on time. I skipped the workday and messaged him about the delays. He called me to say that I still have to go but I would not be paid. I said, "See you tomorrow." The rule was dropped. I once worked at a 247 factory where on-time attendance was critical. It was shift work and the operator couldn't be relieved from their station until the new operator showed up. To emphasize the importance, they had an attendance points system. Enough points and you're fired. Miss a day, it was 1 point. 15 minutes late, 14 point. 16 minutes up to half a day was 12 point. The result was that anyone who wasn't going to make it within the 15-minute window would just show halfway through the shift because 16 minutes late was punished the same as 4 hours late. My primary school banned bringing in drinks one summer because some kids had a water fight with their water bottles. The only drinks we had access to were the water fountains, of which there were 2. In a school of 1,000 kids, ranging from age 4 to age 11, the big kids ended up hogging the fountains. A few of the little kids ended up dehydrated and in hospital. Some people lost their jobs and the new rule became the dinner ladies would bring trolleys of water around every hour and you had to drink at least 1 cup even if you didn't feel thirsty. New program to eliminate a toil of work, manual drudgery that takes time away from actual productive work that moves us forward. For months now everyone has to enter tickets in Jira for everything they do and categorize what percentage of the work was a toil or productive. It takes a lot of time filling in those tickets every day. I was a teacher and, the year before, every student at the school was getting an iPad. All of the teachers were given iPads so we would be familiar enough with them to be helpful and have plans for how to use them. The instructions we were given were treat this like it's your own personal device. Feel free to do your daily, non-work stuff on it, because the goal is that you become comfortable using the tech. The clarifying email came out pretty quickly. Had a new boss that wanted us to write up daily logs of how we spent every 15 interval of each work day. We complained to HR. HR said as our supervisor he can require us to do that, and it would be insubordination not to. Cue malicious compliance. We were very thorough, documenting every 15 minutes to the point it ate into our workday. Routine things we did for the VP above him suddenly were becoming late as we were spending so much time on this. After a week or two the VP came to us asking why things were late and we said that unfortunately we have had less time since we were documenting each workday in 15-minute intervals and that HR already told us it would be insubordination if we didn't. Let's just say boss man got a yelling at and we never had to do this again. At my current job a couple years ago, the directory implemented a policy of no sitting down and took away all chias. We worked 12-hour shifts on hard concrete. At least half of us were vets, and the other half were old-timers nearing retirement. We ignored the policy and started bringing in our own chairs. Mostly camping chairs. When management confronted us about it and threatened to write us up, we pulled an reverse and threatened to file lawsuits for discrimination against disabled vets as most of us had it medically recorded we had knee issues. After a week they caved and gave us back our chairs. The director also got in trouble with HR over it as well as some were things involved with that incident, like actually firing someone for sitting down to do paperwork. Dude was rehired by the end of the week. Public school system. Superintendent was super Christian and banned Halloween dressing uppities on any school grounds because it was satanic. Our school administration worked around that by claiming the day was a dress as your hero a day. Kids came dressed up as whatever they wanted as long as they could justify why that character was their hero. Superintendent was super pissed, but we didn't break any rules. One-way hallways. Missed your classroom? Too bad. Go down the hall and down the stairs, then down the lower hall, then back up the stairs to get to it. What? Your next class is just next door, but against the flow of the designated direction of the hallway? Too bad. Go down the hall and the stairs and the other hall and up the stairs to get to it. Edit. I forgot they also banned speaking Spanish 'cause they thought we were casting spells. That one got repealed only when they hired a Spanish teacher the next year. Absolutely no concert t-shirts in school. This was at the height of appetite for destruction. The whole school started wearing black concert t-shirts daily in protest. Even some staff under their dress shirts would have older concert TS on. It was reversed in 2 weeks, and only certain t-shirts were banned, not all. You people better still be at your desks at 5. As a science-oriented production facility, sometimes people stayed very late to save time overall. Not anymore. For this, among other reasons, business value fell by 90. I work at an organization that advocates for people with disabilities and by law has to employ 30 disabled employees. On Monday they are going to announce that staff are no longer allowed to wear athletic shoes. There's a big chunk of us who do so because of chronic pain, and it's going to be an ugly staff meeting.